Karen, can you tell me a little bit about your background, you and your company?
I've worked in the office furniture industry for many years. My husband and I owned an office furniture company selling office furniture to private individuals, councils, companies. Prior to that, I worked for an architect in Nottingham, and I did their ergonomic training, looked into ergonomics within companies, individuals, and did CPD training for them within their organisation. I used to go out and do assessments, access to work assessments, and work with health visitors and advisors, and looked at all the ergonomics within an area where you work, the lighting, heating, obviously the seating, the workstation, because it all has a huge effect on how we work, our output and our health. Working alongside people like that, health professionals, I could see that there was a massive gap in the marketplace for a company to sell really well-designed ergonomic chairs to individuals and companies that were fitted to them. There are companies out there that do it, but they're hugely inflated prices. Loads of them are imported, and I really had the idea that this could be done better. Somebody could do this better somehow, and sell well-made ergonomic chairs that were accessible to everyone, and why not? But the key to it would be somehow designing a chair to fit each individual, because we're all different shapes and sizes, and we all have different jobs functions. So it was finding a tool to make that chair available to all, to a mass marketplace.
So how complicated is it to actually find the right chair online? How do I go about it? How does it work?
Well, our website is really simple. If you went on to a competitor's, you would be presented with thousands of chairs, and you could make a potentially financially debilitating and expensive mistake, which would also maybe cause harm. But with our website, the selection is done for you. We have certain questions and criteria that we ask, and then we know your shape, your size, what's required. Really, the idea came from holiday companies. You would put in your holiday destination, the amount of people you were travelling with, the time of year you wanted to go, and it would come up with roll through in the background and come up with a number of holidays, perhaps 3 or 4, and then you could choose which one suited you and your family and your requirements, and that's what we wanted. I could see that so many people were presented with so many chairs, they had no clue, with no health and safety and nobody from Access to Work to help them if they were buying for a home or a company. How would they choose? So to do that for them, to pre-select, so we can filter down and come up with a prescription chair that would really, really help them. And that's what we wanted to do. And it's become a bit of a passion, I'm afraid. But it is a prescription. It's something that will work for them, it will work with them, and it will do them good.
It seems a strange time to start a new business, so why now?
It's taken us a long time to perfect the product, working with health individuals, physiotherapists, health and safety. It's taken us years, really, to get the product right that we had the absolute confidence in would be correct for those end users out there. I was desperate to start the business, but we weren't prepared to do it until we had that product right, and we have now, so we're just so delighted to be able to go for it. But the next stage was finding a company to design the website that would do the filters for us, because that's the critical thing, to make it easy to use, so an individual from a company or working from home could easily use the website in not too many complicated steps to filter and to design the chair for them. And we found it. It's all come together in the package, and we have found it. And now, particularly now, with so many changes in the way we work, hot desking, so many people working from home in environments that aren't ergonomically designed, working from a sofa or a kitchen chair, or even perhaps perching on the edge of a stool or a chair that's badly designed. Now is the time, it's the ideal time to have an affordable ergonomic chair, and even if we can't change the whole environment people are working from, if we can change this vital tool, it will make a difference to them. So now is the perfect time for us.
What is the difference about Ergonomic Chairs Direct, and why should a customer choose you?
We've worked so closely with health advisors, physiotherapists, ergonomists over the years that we know what's required. It's taken us a long time to perfect the product, but now we have perfected it. We know, we have confidence in it that it is the right product. They're ergonomically designed, and they're designed specifically for your body shape, and that is the key to a correct chair fitting well. It's designed to the shape, your size, and the job that you're doing. Whether you're sitting forward and reading or lounging back, that chair needs to work with your body and be part of your body all the time. So I think it's that experience that we've got, having done so much work within the industry and so much research, we've got the confidence within the product. The other thing is, which is really crucial to so many people, is that we're there to help. We're not a website and there's no one to call. Ring us, talk to us. We'd far rather you call us so that we can talk you through any of the processes, any of the actions on the chair, anything that you might think you require, might think you don't. We're there to help. We've got ergonomists there ready to talk to you. We can chat to you, talk you through measuring, doing anything that's required so that you get it right. Because the thing we want you to do is input the right information so that the correct chair is delivered to your door. So just ring, pick up a phone, email, we're there to help.
So if I ring up and I say, how much is it going to cost me to have a chair delivered? What price am I looking at?
Or we could easily run through the your criteria with you and do an order online on the system to come up with the options and then talk you through the 3 options that will pop up. Delivery costs are built in because again, like some of the functions on a chair, we know that you're going to need it delivered, so why put it on at the end? There's no point. So that's built in along with the other key functions within the chair that we feel are required for ergonomic chairs. And the chair will be then delivered to you in 2 to 3 weeks, which I know is frustrating, but it's a specifically designed chair for you and it will make a difference, so it would be worth the wait.
And how long would I be looking at getting the life out of that particular chair?
Well, they're guaranteed for 5 years. They last so much longer. We know that our chairs are all incredible quality, UK manufactured. They're also really well built. The whole point of our chairs is that you use them. You don't fix them in one position and then leave them, which is what a lot of people do. Something like 65% of us don't bother adjusting our chair, which is ridiculous. So we want you to adjust it. So the levers are all heavy duty. Every mechanism's heavy duty. So you can fiddle with it. You can move it. You won't break it. If things happen, we understand things happen. If it did break, then we're there on the end of the phone. They're guaranteed for 5 years and we're there to help. We have spares, we have parts, we have people on the road. We can take the chair back, we can replace it, we can mend it. It's all covered with our warranty.
So why should I have a chair made for me?
Well, again, we're all different shapes and sizes. One chair doesn't fit all. You wouldn't get into your cart seat without adjusting it. You wouldn't sit down on an office chair without adjusting it and obviously making sure that it was comfortable. And that is the key to it. It's got to be a comfortable chair. So our chairs are all designed to fit you personally. If you've ever suffered from any back pain, neck pain, shoulder, stress, headaches, they're all early warning systems that something needs to be done. You've got to do something because it's not going to get any worse. It is a repetitive strain. There is something going wrong, either with the way you're sitting or with the chair that you're sitting in. So you need a chair that can be adjusted to suit the job function and to suit your body, to keep you supported all the time in whatever you do. And we understand that it needs to be affordable. So if we can produce that for you, then I'm sure you'll be more productive, you'll be more efficient, and I know you'll be far more comfortable.
Although I will use the chair most of the time, others will too, will it be suitable?
It's a really good question. We know that most people don't have the resources or space for multiple chairs, so the chair has to suit other users in the household. or hot desking, it needs to suit other people in office environments. The chair will be designed for you, but as you go through our website, if you tick that box, we know it needs other things building into it. A critical part is a seat slide. A seat slide adjusts the depth of the seat by up to 9 centimetres depending on the range, so it's more suitable for taller or shorter people. We already build in a tension control, which is a really clever bit of kit. It's a wheel underneath the seat of the chair, which is tightened if you're a heavier person and loosened if you're a lighter person. Because the last thing we want is the back to be pushing against you. We want it to work with you. We also have on all the chairs either a synchro mechanism or a tilt mechanism, which moves the back and the seat angles. So they're already built in to make it more suitable for other people. We build in a seat slide as well, and then it's up to you to fiddle with the chair. If you're multiple users, you must adjust that chair to suit you. Again, you would not get into a car seat without adjusting the mirror and the seat to suit you. You do not sit in an ergonomic chair without doing it as well. It is critical that you use these chairs. They're tools, they're pieces of equipment, and they need to be used correctly. You will not break them. Don't worry about breaking it. Use it to suit you, to fit your body, and it will make a difference.
How do I know what I need to add to my chair?
Well, from the data you've given us, you've already added in the most important parts. We've put some of them in that we know are needed for our ergonomic chairs, that we know that you will need, and then you've already added in other information, so that selection's made. So when your choices come up, you don't have to add anything if you don't want to. That chair will suit your requirements. But if you want to, if you hadn't put in through the questions that you have upper back, head or neck pain, you wouldn't have come up with a requirement for a headrest, but you might want a headrest. You might decide that that was something that you would like. So you can add that in as an extra. The same with a really important thing like casters. We don't know what sort of floor you're working on, whether it's carpeted or hard, or whether you need the casters to break when you sit on the chair or break when you take the weight off. So those sort of things are all added in. And arm options. Arm options because there are a multitude of arm options depending on how you like to sit, how close to the desk, if you want the arms to fold away. So again, they're all optional extras which you can add, and they're all explained through the website so you know if it will suit you. And then the most important thing, the fabric. You can choose your own colour. But it's not an extra, it's just the option to choose.